Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Peak Celeb 7. Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless had a weird beef with Terrell Suggs. Back in the 2011 to 2012 NFL season, the Baltimore Ravens were one of the best teams in the league. They played great in large part to their linebacker Terrell Suggs. Terrell appeared on First Take 3 times during this season, including 2 appearances based around the Ravens' playoff game against Skip Bayless's beloved New England Patriots. All 3 times, Terrell and Skip talked a lot of smack to each other, with Stephen A. trying to chime in to cool the situation down. Stephen A. didn't seem to help at all, as Terrell would continue to call both of them bad words throughout the interviews. Funnily enough, Terrell has turned to film and television with his production company Team Sizzle Productions. While he's only had a couple of film appearances as an actor, there are a lot of NFL players who have turned completely into full-time actors. Number 6. Stephen A. Smith and Terrell Owens had beef over Colin Kaepernick. Stephen A. had no intentions of angering Terrell Owens, but he really struck a nerve with T.O. when discussing the Colin Kaepernick controversy. This was back in 2019 when this topic was very hot button. Stephen A. talked to Terrell politely, referring to Terrell's skills on the field, but was very defensive when T.O. kept going on the offensive. They couldn't stop arguing about each other's intentions, with Terrell taking Max Kellerman's side of the argument. Terrell jokingly said that Max was blacker than Stephen A., which instantly. Number 5. Stephen A. Smith has had many problems with NBA champion Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is someone who's all over the place. He's done a lot of things like winning an NBA championship. Kyrie was once in love with R&B singer Kalani, but she ended up leaving him for singer-rapper P. Diddy. His opinions vary, which is why he's been the ire of Stephen A. many times. During Kyrie's time with the Brooklyn Nets, a lot of things happened that caused Stephen A. to rant on First Take and social media. When Kyrie finally returned to the team after a contract-related holdout in 2022, he tweeted directly at Stephen A. after the First Take analyst called Kyrie out on social media. The two went back and forth, accusing the other of being misinformed. Number 4. Stephen A. Smith squashed his long-running beef with Kevin Durant. For years, Kevin thought negatively of Stephen A. before the two reconciled in an interview for ESPN back in 2019. While they may have cleared the air back then, the two have had multiple Twitter beefs since then. Kevin said Stephen A. has changed the game for the worse regarding the media's coverage of basketball. Kevin has recently been traded to the Phoenix Suns, a move that has completely shaken the basketball world. Stephen, of course, has expressed his opinion on the whole matter, declaring the Suns as championship or bust. Number 3. Stephen A. Smith wanted no problems with MMA expert Joe Rogan. Joe is another contentious media figure, and just like Stephen A., has had numerous beefs with celebrities. However, Joe and Stephen A. had beef back in 2020 when they both covered MMA for ESPN. Joe thought Stephen A. had no idea what he was talking about when it came to professional fighting. The beef got really nasty, with Joe calling Stephen A. a bunch of bad words on his podcast. Their problems have never been patched up, despite Stephen A. extending many olive branches. Number 2. What happened to Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless? Skip has made a lot of enemies over the years, with his bizarre hatred of LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, and Tony Romo making tons of headlines. However, there is one person Skip has had animosity with that has many fans scratching their heads: his former First Take partner Stephen A. Smith. Years after Skip's departure to Fox Sports, the two made it clear there were no hard feelings. However, Skip has had problems with Stephen A., saying that he saved First Take from failure. Stephen A. said this on JJ Redick's podcast, and Skip just had to retort. Skip seemed really upset with this take, although Stephen A. has never responded. Skip has continued his controversial antics on Fox Sports undisputed. His opinions really haven't changed over the years. He still dislikes LeBron James and Russell Westbrook, while also not caring for some new players such as Dak Prescott and Patrick Mahomes. Number 1. What happened to Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman? Stephen A. didn't seem to push Skip Bayless away, but he may have pushed his co-host away. After Skip left in 2016, Max Kellerman joined First Take full-time as Skip's replacement. He and Stephen A. never seemed to gel too well, and that may have resulted in Max leaving First Take. The two have agreed on that in interviews since then, with Stephen A. saying that their chemistry had stagnated. Many fans think it's all Stephen A.'s fault. However, while Max is no longer on First Take, he still appears on numerous ESPN talk shows. He was controversial for his opinions on NFL quarterback Tom Brady, though he may have been right about Tom in the end. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.